So, hello there everyone, and a very warm welcome to the Horsefall Community Stadium for this Northern Premier League encounter between Bradford Park Avenue and Ilkeston Town. Bradford Park Avenue picked up their first victory of the season on Monday night against Morpeth Town. Ilkeston Town is one of the form teams in this division, but did suffer a 1-0 defeat to FC United of Manchester on Tuesday evening. Ilkeston Town have been free scoring, 13 goals scored so far, only the 3 conceded, second currently in the division. Bradford Park Avenue's first win on Monday night came at a very good time for them, moving them up to 15th from 19th place. And just before the teams do make their way onto the field, I am going to bring you some team news. Bradford Park Avenue are unchanged starting 11 from the victory over Morpeth Town, but Zach Kersey does come onto the bench in place of Ollie Johnson to give you the starting 11 in full as the players do make their way out onto the field. George Sachs Kenworthy in goal, Lucas de Dunstan, Mason O'Malley, Jack Whiting, Mitch Lund, Will Lancaster, Harrison Hopper, Jamie Spencer, Brad Doherty, Harry Colville and Will Longbottom all in the starting 11. The bench of Will Callaghan, Chinedu Osadebe, Gianluca Havern, Zach Kersey and Jordan Preston on the bench. As for Ilkeston Town, one change for them, and surprisingly Declan Howe, who only joined the club last night, comes into the starting 11 for Ilkeston Town. The Robins start with Matthew Yates in goal, Ross Barrows, Henry Wilder, Declan Arat-Thomas, Luke Cox, Kieran Benton, Jack Tolley, Jamie Hanson, Declan Howe, Jordan Hallam, and the top scorer in the Northern Premier League so far this season, Jamie Walker. Also, Mitchell Wokes, Ethan Hill, Kobe Arat-Thomas, who only joined the club earlier this week, Teo Alexander Tucker, and James Jepson on the bench. So, the teams are about to get underway. Bradford Park Avenue kicking towards the Cemetery Road end in this first period. Ilkeston fans got here a little bit early on. They've been making a good racket, to be fair to the away crowd. This game promises to be a very interesting one, especially given the way both teams have actually started the season. Well, say Bradford Park Avenue got that win on Monday night, which gave their confidence the world of good. 2 fantastic goals it was, one from Will Lancaster, one from Chinedu Osadebe. As the 2 captains come together at the moment, this promises to be a very interesting game between 2 Northern Premier League sides. As we see, Declan Howe at the moment is making his way to the centre circle, only joining the club from Alfreton Town last night, already in the squad. As the just deciding which team is going to kick at the moment. I thought it was confirmed that Park Avenue were kicking towards the Cemetery Road end, but that might well change. We'll also be giving you score updates from Bradford City's their home game in League 2 against Crewe Alexandra, and also Leeds United, who travel to Ipswich Town in the Championship. I will give you score updates on that, and maybe any Premier League games that are also going on as well. That maybe there might be a surprise result or two as Mark Bauer makes his way to the home technical area. And here we go, we're about to get underway at the Horsefall Stadium Northern Premier League encounter between Bradford Park Avenue and Ilkeston Town. Give you a bit of a rundown on the Ilkeston Town manager, Gary Haywood. Previously managed Buxton, a 20-game unbeaten run he went on with Buxton. Had them 3rd in the division as well. A very good job there. He was let go there back in November 2021, according to research. And now he's back here. He took over at the start of the season. And it's going to be Ilkeston to get us underway as an early ball is played forward. And it's going to be won there, quite well actually, by Ross Barrows. And he plays the ball forward. A chance to get an early cross in. And Park Avenue have got very early defending to do actually. And that one's going to be headed back up into the air. But Sachs Kenworthy will get there. It was James Hanson who got his head to it. And in the end though, Sachs Kenworthy gracefully grabs the ball. Again, Ilkeston Town, mentioned about Morpeth actually on Monday night, who like to score goals. Ilkeston Town, 13 goals, the second top scorers in the division. 5 of them goals scored by their number 11 today, Jamie Walker. As the ball's won well in the middle of the park, though, and Harrison Hopper on it now. Picked up, played full towards Longbottom. Well headed, though. Headed away there by Luke Cox, and then the clearance is completed by skipper Kieran Fenton. Ball's won in the middle of the park. Played back to Sachs Kenworthy. And he plays one forward, but that's well chested down by the skipper, Kieran Fenton. And then Cox can go back to his goalkeeper, Matthew Yates. Matthew Yates joining the club in the summer. His ball forwards flicked on, but that's gone out of play. Ross Barrows unable to keep the ball in play. Then Matt Yates joined from Gainsborough Trinity in the summer. Helped them reach the playoffs last season as well. And they're making some racket, them Ilkeston fans. I'll give that just down below me right now in the gantry. Making some racket. Just over a minute played. And the ball's going to be headed away. Doherty competes for it. Hopper will win it in the middle of the field, though. Again, a big task today for Park Avenue to keep this Ilkeston attack quiet. Of course, the wild card of Declan Howe, of course, who did come in only last night. Don't think Park Avenue would have been training to prepare for him all week. But Jamie Walker's another problem on his own. 5 goals this season. Starts Kenworthy with a long ball, and it very nearly got long bottom in behind there. It was actually Cox who had to defend that well. Ball now in the middle of the park. It's going to be laid off to Jamie Spencer. What can Spencer do with it? He goes out to the left. That's well controlled by Doherty. The number 9, Doherty, works his way inside. He's dispossessed, though, Doherty, giving it away quite cheaply. And now maybe a chance for Ilkeston to bring it forward. And Ilkeston can play it forward, and it's controlled. A bit of a rusty touch maybe there from Declan Howe, the number 9. It's won back by Spencer, who goes back to Sights Kenworthy. And they've played just over 2 minutes. Bradford Park Avenue 0, Ilkeston Town 0. And Longbottom goes to win that in the air, but the linesman raises his flag. And Kieran Fenton's pass. The ball will be pulled back for a free kick for Ilkeston inside their own half. And it's laid off from Cox to Fenton, the skipper, immediately. And the left-footed centre-back brings it forward. Plays a long ball. That's going to be well dealt with by O'Malley. O'Malley had a fine game on Monday evening, as did most of the Park Avenue players. It was a real team effort in their 2-0 win against Morpeth Town. Good ball forward now towards Hopper. Can Hopper reach it? He can keep it in play. He's done well. Can he keep it in? He's done really well here, Hopper. Oh, he wouldn't sell the corner, actually. It might have been the Scunthorpe United loanee Barrows who got back there. He's done well. Keep that in play, Hopper. And he won his side a corner. Ilkeston Town have only kept 1 clean sheet this season, it is worth noting. And that 1 clean sheet did come in their 4-0 victory at home to Gainsborough Trinity. And the ball's going to be whipped in now by Longbottom. A chance to maybe get a cross into the middle and test this Ilkeston defence. Just over 3 minutes played. Ball played in. It's easily headed away, though, by Fenton. Out to Hopper, though. Hopper will find his man on the left-hand side. That man is Colville. Colville crosses in. A chance, maybe. And it's going to be eventually cleared away. Good defending by Fenton in the end. Colville did well there. Picked out Lancaster in the box. He couldn't control, though. And the centre-back here, and Fenton, did his defensive duties well. Again, I will be giving you score updates from the local teams. Bradford City hosting Crewe Alexandra in League 2. Leeds United travelling to league leaders in the Championship, Ipswich Town. And maybe any Premier League upsets we see as well as Walker. His first touch, he lays it off. And here's Howe. Howe can come forward. This could be an early opportunity. Oh, Howe got too much on the pass, actually. It wasn't a bad ball through, actually. It was towards Tolley. And Howe just had to play a ball through to him. Got too much on it. Maybe a little bit of rust been showed there in the early stage. A couple of loose touches from Declan Howe. Declan Howe, formerly of Darlington. Sights Kenworthy. Plays the ball forward. The ball's going to be won in the air, is it? It's going to be won in the air by an Ilkeston man. Ilkeston, again, one of the favourites maybe to go up this season from the Northern Premier. Finished 7th in the Southern Premier last season. It was a good showing from them, a very respectable season. And Jamie Ward, the former manager, player manager Jamie Ward was actually, of Ilkeston last season. Departed at the start of the campaign in pre-season and replaced by, of course, Gary Hayward. It's the first meeting between these two sides since Ilkeston were reformed back in 2017. And here is Fenton on the ball now. Ball played over the top. It's a good ball. Is the flag going to stay down here? Well, it won't matter anyway because it's run out of play. It was actually Henry Wilder who was on the ball through. And actually, speaking of goals this season as well, it is worth noting, Ilkeston Town have had 7 different goal scorers, despite Walker having 5. Nathan Tyson, who's not actually in the squad today, Tyson, the 41-year-old, picked up an injury. He's got 2 goals. Erat Thompson has 1. Hallam has 1. Barrows, Fenton and Wilder have all found the back of the net on 1 occasion this season themselves. So they do like to spread the goals out, Ilkeston Town. They've been very free scoring in the early stages as Barrows can go back to his goalkeeper. And that goalkeeper, of course, is Matthew Yates. Ball's played forward and Ilkeston Town player's gone down in a bit of a heap there. It was actually the number 10, Jordan Hallam. And in the end, it's Whiting who goes back to his goalkeeper, the 19-year-old. Sights Kenworthy plays it forward. That's a lovely touch there from O'Dunstan. But in the end, the play breaks down. And that's well won back, though, by Harrison Hopper. Really good play from him. And now it's Colville who can bring it forward. Colville through now. Chance for Spencer maybe. Can he square it? It's a chance for Longbottom in the area. It's taken in. It's a shot. Oh, it's cleared off the line. What a chance for Park Avenue early stages of the game. The best chance of the game so far by a mile. Nearly 6.5 minutes played. And now Ilkeston can maybe come forward. That's a really good piece of defending by Whiting though, to cut that ball out. What an opportunity that was. I couldn't quite see who got the shot away. It might well have been Spencer eventually who got the shot away. And in the end, it was good defending back there from a Ilkeston defender to clear it off the line. There were so many bodies in the way. Couldn't quite see who got the block. But a real chance of Park Avenue. The first of the game for them. 6.5 minutes in. But it still remains goalless. It was really good play, positive play from Park Avenue. Something we saw quite a lot of on Monday evening. Eventually the shot comes in. And it was blocked away. The goalkeeper might well have been beaten. And Ilkeston, a little bit of a shaky start. They went 1-0 down in the first half on Tuesday night, Ilkeston, and were unable to recover for the rest of the game. They've been free scoring in the early stages of the season, but did draw a blank at FC United of Manchester. So will that maybe that be something maybe not their confidence a bit? That's good tracking back by Jamie Walker, who we've hardly mentioned so far, the top scorer in the division. He got back to chest the ball all the way back to his own goalkeeper, Matthew Yates. Walker doing his defensive duties there. You see him now on the right-hand side, just close to me in the gantry, making his way back. And the Yates it is who kicks the ball out of his hands and kicks it forward. And Walker's actually the man there, but that's going to be headed away by Mason O'Marley. And now Hopper goes for it in the middle of the park, and that's actually a foul. And the referee saying that Jamie Hanson climbed on Hopper. To be fair, did have two hands on the shoulders, and the referee gives Park Avenue a free kick inside their own half. Again, it's very important Park Avenue got off to a good start in this game. 8 minutes played, it's still 0-0, but the best chance of the game has fallen for the hosts. Haven't really seen a lot going forward at all so far, to be honest, from Ilkeston Town. And the ball is back now with Mitch Lund. And Lund plays the ball forward, over the top, well headed away. Will be picked up there by Doherty. And Doherty now can find Colville. What can Colville do with it? He goes through to Longbottom, and in the end it's well dispossessed. The flag went up though against Longbottom anyway. And Longbottom, who did score for this season so far for Park Avenue, one of 3 goal scorers so far this season, Longbottom. But Ilkeston Town do have a free kick. Not far off, 10 minutes played. It might give me a good opportunity while this free is going on to give you any sort of score updates. Bradford City v Crewe Alexandra still remains 0-0 in League 2. And also maybe Leeds United, who actually trail 1-0 to Ipswich Town in the early going. Daniel Farker's side have had a very tough start to the season, and that looks like it might be continuing against the Championship League leaders. And Park Avenue now trying to play it out. It's good play by Doherty. And he finds Hopper. Is Hopper dragged back? There he is. That's a foul. And just to the anger of the number 4, Declan Arat-Thomas. A little bit of a scuffle as well from Arat-Thomas and Jamie Spencer. I don't think Arat-Thomas, he was furious with that decision from the referee. Picked up the ball, and then Jamie Spencer wasn't having any of it. The referee just having a word here. And it might be a yellow card actually coming out for Declan Arat-Thomas. The referee might be going to his notebook after 10 minutes. Or is it just going to be a word? I'm not too sure here. I think it might be a card coming out. The referee's still yet to show it. They're still having discussions, Arat-Thomas and the referee. It is going to be a yellow card. The first yellow of the game given for Declan Arat-Thomas, the number 4 for Ilkeston Town. And here we go now. It's going to be a free kick taken from the number 4, Jack Whiting, just inside the Bradford Park Avenue half. Bradford Park Avenue 0, Ilkeston Town 0, just over 10 minutes played. The ball's played over from Whiting. He goes out to the right-hand side. Colville will win it in the air. And it might well be chased here by a Dunstan. And it's going to be headed out, actually, for a throw into Park Avenue. In a good place, actually. They might want to try and get a long one in. It is going to be taken by Lucas to Dunstan. They've got a couple of players in the penalty area, actually, in Brad Doherty and Will Longbottom. Will he opt to go long, or will he take it short? He's not really known for his long throws. He does take it short. And Dunstan gets it back, does he? No, he doesn't. He's actually let that go out, and it's actually going to be a throw into Ilkeston Town. A bit of a waste there for Park Avenue. Again, Ilkeston Town certainly been free scoring this season, to be honest. And just to give you any score update so far in the Northern Premier League, Marsk United lead 1-0 against Radcliffe at home. That's the only goal that's actually gone in so far. And only goal anyway that I can see that's gone in at the moment. Not many goals flying in at the moment then as the throw-in's taken. We might well be flicked on. Hopper goes to win it in the middle of the park. The ball's then cleared forward from the skipper, Kieran Fenton. Back it goes again, and Park Avenue just trying to get a foot on the ball at the moment. It's a bit of head tennis going on in the centre of the park. It's played forward, though, towards Howe, and he does well to win that. Good play there by Hallam. And now Howe can get it back again. Can he find Walker? No, he gives it away. Brilliant tracking back there from Doherty. Excellent work from the number 9 but in the end, Doherty's pass doesn't quite find his man forward. Henry Wilder clears, and then Spencer can win it back in the middle of the park. Both teams struggling to keep hold of the ball right now, giving it away really very cheaply. The game not really settled at the moment. As the ball's played forward, it's headed away again. Howe has it again. Howe goes to flick it on. And it's well controlled by Hallam as he dragged down. No, the referee says. I thought there might have been a tuck back there. The Ilkeston Town bench didn't seem too happy with it either, the players. Sights Kenworthy, plays it forward. That's well won in the air from Fenton. And the ball's then played forward. And Hopper can win it in the centre of the park. He then plays it forward, and that's going to be chased by Colville. Going at Fenton, but Fenton had a good defensive position there. Does he see the ball out? No, in fact, he loses it, and no, he does eventually win it back. And Fenton, as he kept that one in, he's not done very well here, Fenton. And eventually it's a foul given in the favour of Park Avenue. Fantastic work from Harry Colville, the man who got 2 assists on Monday evening in the 2-0 win over Morpeth Town. He would not give that up. I've been quite impressed with this Kieran Fenton so far, the skipper of Ilkeston Town, but he looked very uncomfortable dealing with that ball. He couldn't get the ball out of play. Got himself in a bit of a pickle, really. And once he was dispossessed by Colville, he dragged him down, and that's an inevitable free kick. And this is a good chance for Will Longbottom to get a testing in-swinger into the middle for the hosts. Mark Bauer's side, who made a slow start to the season, got that all-important first win on Monday night. It's going to be whipped in by Longbottom, I believe. They've certainly got men in the middle, Park Avenue. They've only kept a couple of players outside the penalty area in Mason O'Marley and Lucas Dunstan, the 2 fullbacks, and it's going to be whipped in by Longbottom. It's not a bad delivery. It will be headed away by Jamie Walker right underneath his own crossbar. He did well there, the number 11. We've hardly seen Walker in the game so far. Ball's played forward over the top, and that one's going to roll out of play for a goal kick. Park Avenue unable to make anything of the situation. And Jamie Walker, as I mentioned, we've hardly seen him in the game so far. Headed that one away off the dangerous corner. And it still remains 1-0 to Bradford. 0-0, sorry, Bradford Park Avenue. Yeah. 0-0, my apologies. Got a bit distracted there from another scoreline. And that scoreline was Ashton United, who'd taken the lead at Whitby Town. Goalless after 14 minutes here, though, at the Horsefall Stadium. Ball headed away. It's going to be won by Barrows, is it? No, it's going to be then cleared out. I think that was by Spencer, the man who got the touch, Bradford Park Avenue. Maybe with a little bit of defending to do here. Not really much happened in the opening 14 minutes here, in truth. It's been a bit of a stalemate. The best chance of the game fell to Bradford Park Avenue. It was a shot that was well blocked, actually, in the penalty area by an Ilkeston Town defender. Throw forward by Barrows towards Walker. That's well defended, though, by Lund, who clears it away. Headed up in the air then from the number 5, Luke Cox, who does his defensive duties well for the second time. Walker flicks it forward, but Whiting is there to clear it away. Solid defending there from the 19-year-olds. And Walker then throws it back to Barrows. Those two hoping to gain a bit of an understanding on that right-hand side. 15 minutes played. 0-0 so far here at the Horsefall Stadium. Ball played forward, and then Whiting comes across well to get in front of Declan Howe, the man who only signed today, the former Darlington man. Only joined Ilkeston Town last night, but it was actually only put on their Twitter officially today. Throw-in going to be taken by Barrows. He gets it back from Walker. Barrows again, can't quite win it though. A chance maybe to play the ball forward for Hopper. It's given away though. Chance here maybe now. It's Hallam with the shot. It deflects and it goes narrowly wide. It came off Jack Whiting. It wasn't the best strike in the world from Hallam. He got it just outside the penalty area, struck it goalwards. It was nowhere near going in, but the deflection off Whiting could have taken it anywhere. It took it wide of the goal in the end, but that's a little bit of a warning sign maybe for Park Avenue. Ilkeston Town haven't really showed anything attacking-wise so far, but that was the first real moment, and the ball's going to come in from the corner. It's gone all the way through. It deflects out, and it's going to be given back to Walker, who took the corner. Walker delivers it in. Good delivery. Sats Kenworthy goes to get there. Can't handle it, though. Chance maybe for Ilkeston. And the layback in the end to Hallam was not great, and then The ball's given away by Hallam as well. Long bottom now, chance maybe to come forward. Colville can control. Long bottom, really good ball from him. And Lancaster now can have it. A chance to play it through maybe to Colville with number 10. And that's really good tracking back actually from Hallam. The man who gave the ball away originally to start that attack for Park Avenue. He tracked all the way back there. He challenged Colville and actually came back off Colville. It's a goal kick for Ilkeston Town. I must admit, fair play to Hallam there. He gave the ball away far up the field. That started the attack for Park Avenue. And then Hallam tracked all the way back, in fairness to him. Won the challenge and then won his side a goal kick as well. I've seen that quite a lot from the front three of Ilkeston Town so far. They've done well to trap back and win the ball. And that's maybe something that the manager, Gary Hayward, is after. His front three to work very hard. They've not done much at the top end of the field so far. Hallam's the one who had the shot a moment ago, which deflected just wide. As the ball runs through to George Sykes-Kenworthy. And Sykes-Kenworthy can roll it out to Whiting. And Whiting, the number 4, plays it in to Doherty. Nice swift turn from him. Doherty still yet to get off the mark this season. This wouldn't be a bad afternoon to break his duck. And the ball now is in possession. It's a good ball forward. It's a really good ball forward to Mason O'Malley. Actually, that was played from Mitch Lund. Mason O'Malley now, can he come forward? O'Malley goes on. O'Malley has a drive. Oh, it's a great effort. It's a goal for Park Avenue. That came out of absolutely nowhere. And the hosts lead 1-0. He was invited to shoot from Ilkeston. He gets the shot away on the left foot and it just goes in off the post. I don't think anyone was expecting that. The goalkeeper, Matthew Yates, remained relatively unmoved. And wow, that came out of nowhere from Mason O'Malley, the number 3. And Bradford Park Avenue have the lead. And it's a goal after just under 18 minutes. He has the ball, O'Malley. He's looking for his options. He actually had a man out to his left-hand side. And then he just has the shot, a low-driven shot. And it goes in off the post. And Bradford Park Avenue take the lead after 18 minutes. Mason O'Malley, the 4th Park Avenue player to score this season. And I don't think they were expecting the shot from the left-back. I don't think anyone was expecting the left-back to shoot. But when he did, it was a very good effort going in off the post. Bradford Park Avenue go a goal. Look, ball played over the top, looking for an immediate response, Ilkeston. It was actually played up towards Hallam. It's a good ball over the top, actually, played by the number 5, Cox. Hallam tried to control with that right foot, but Sykes-Kenworthy was there just to pick up the ball. Wow, what a brilliant goal that was from Mason O'Malley. The left-back might not get too many this season, but that'll certainly be one to remember. He hit that brilliantly. And Ilkeston Town, of course, who were beaten 1-0 in the week away from home, trail on the road once again. And that's ball played forward by Doherty. Good work from him. Park Avenue. And with that all-important goal to give them the lead, I think the first off goal really settled them down on Monday evening. The Will Lancaster strike against Morpeth Town. And that one might well do the same. Park Avenue have had dangerous moments in this game. Ball played forward again towards Whiting. The centre-back went on a bit of a marauding run there, actually. And in the end, the ball was played off him by Will Cox. And that one will be, Luke Cox, my apologies, he played it actually off the centre-back, and that will be a throw-in to Ilkeston Town. Nearly 20 minutes played at the Horsefall Stadium. Bradford Park Avenue 1, Ilkeston Town 0. A brilliant strike from Mason O'Malley, just outside the penalty area. A shot that no one saw coming to give the host the lead. Bradford in this off, kicking towards the Cemetery Road end as the ball's played back by Spencer to Mitch Lund. And Lund now looking for his options. He goes back to fellow centre-back Whiting. Whiting, who does certainly have space on that left-hand side. He plays it forward, and I think it might have been Spencer there. Went down under the challenge of Cox. The referee not interested. Here's Walker, the top scorer in the Northern Premier League this season. We've already seen him in this game, though. Park Avenue. Second time in a week they've welcomed a very good team going forward, but they've really been threatened so far in this opening 20 minutes, which Mark Bauer will be delighted with. Ball played over misjudged, though, in the end, and this could be a chance for Hallam. Just as I say that, Hallam takes a touch over the top. He's widened it, though. He's trying to win a corner. He goes back to Walker, and Walker then plays it back. And here is the number 8, Jamie Hanson. Plays out to the left-hand side to Henry Wilder. Wilder then challenged, and it was such a good ball. I think as the ball was completely misjudged there. I believe it was by Spencer. Went to head the ball out, and it was actually Hallam who brought it forward, and in the end he widened the angle too much. A shot's going to come in here, though, and it's going to be way wide of the goal. It was the number 4, Declan Arat-Thomas, the only man on a yellow card in the game so far. Around about 35 yards from goal. It would have taken something special to beat Sights Kenworthy from there. Sights Kenworthy watched that one wide all the way, the goalkeeper. If you don't try your luck from far out, you don't get the rewards, and that certainly was proved by Mason O'Malley a few moments ago. A goal to remember for him. An absolutely brilliant strike from Mason O'Malley to give Park Avenue a 1-0 lead here at the Horsfall Stadium. And the ball's now with Cox, and he goes back to the right back, Ross Barrows. And he plays it forward towards Walker, who keeps it in with a header. Well controlled there by Howe. Howe gives it back to Walker. Good ball round the corner from him. The front three combining there. Here is the number 10, Hallam. Back out to Walker again. Walker back into Hallam. Good play, round the corner it goes, and that's good defending in the end from Mitch Lund. And Doherty can find long bottom forward. The number 11 does well, and he finds, and there's really good play actually there as well by Lancaster. He plays it out to the right-hand side to a Dunstan. A Dunstan goes forward. And in the end, offside for Colville. I think he just went a little bit early there, Harry Colville. It was a bad timing, really, because the run was on. He had a chance to go through, and in the end, he got it a little bit wrong, to be honest. He just started his run a little bit too early, and that was a good, promising attack for Park Avenue, which in the end came to nothing. Bradford Park Avenue lead by a 1-0. The goal scored by Mason O'Malley, the left back. He might not get many this season, O'Malley, but it was a brilliant strike, edge of the penalty area. Shot towards goal, went in off the post. The goalkeeper, and no one really expected it. He was invited to shoot, and left backs often are, but Mason O'Malley found the net, and O'Malley plays the ball forward now. It's not a bad one up towards Harrison Hopper. He can't control, though. Ball runs through to Matthew Yates, the Ilkeston goalkeeper. And it's 23 minutes played at the Horsfall Stadium. Bradford Park Avenue 1, Ilkeston Town 0. Park Avenue looking for back-to-back wins. A slow start it was for Park Avenue, but trying to get now a bit of momentum going in this Northern Premier season. Ball headed on by Walker. It's a good one up towards Howe. Howe, who only signed for the club last night, finds a Rat Thomas. He can't take it in, and he tries to take it beyond his man, Mitch London. The ball then deflected back off a Rat Thomas and ran through to the goalkeeper, Sights Kenworthy. Sights Kenworthy's had a very untroubled afternoon so far, which I'm sure after nearly 25 minutes, not many Park Avenue fans would have been expecting. But Sights Kenworthy hasn't really had anything to do in this game, and that's a big credit to Park Avenue and the way they've played so far. Here is Whiting, the 19-year-old, looking very assured in that centre-back role. He plays a ball forward to Mason O'Malley. A little bit too much on it. Seeing what he was trying to do there, Whiting. O'Malley was making a good run down that left, and he was being tracked by Jamie Walker. But O'Malley might well have got on the end of it, but the pass had a little bit too much on it, and it runs out of play. He was actually being tracked by Jack Tolley, my apologies. Jack Tolley's come out to this right-hand side for now. Not sure if there's been a switch of flanks, maybe, for Jamie Walker and Jack Tolley. Tolley coming out to the right as the rain is starting to come down again in Bradford. It was absolutely hammering it down about half an hour before kick-off. The rain temporarily stopped, and now it's coming down again about 25 minutes in as Barrows plays it into the centre circle. Good control that by a Rat Thomas. Brilliant play, actually. He goes out to the left-hand side towards Walker. Walker gets a cross in. It's to the back post, and that's going to be put behind by Mason O'Malley. Good defending from him. He had a man behind him in Jack Tolley. The first time we've seen Walker get the ball on that left-hand side. He got it out of his feet, whipped the ball in with his left foot. Mason O'Malley, good defending at the back post. Puts it out for a corner. The corner's going to be taken by, I believe it's going to be by Hallam. Bradford Park Avenue leading by a 1-0. There's been plenty of goals flying in the Northern Premier League. I will give you a score update sooner rather than later from some of the games. As it stands, Park Avenue actually sitting 10th in the table and leading 1-0. It's going to be a ball from the number 10 of Ilkeston Town, Jordan Hallam. Hallam to play an out-swinger. He goes relatively short. It's taken quickly. And in the end, it was absolutely scuffed in the end. The ball's not clear yet. It is now. Hallam, chance to play the ball back in. It's not a bad one, but Sights Kenworthy fumbles for now. Shot in. It's an equaliser. And it's an equaliser, and it might well go down as an error from Sights Kenworthy. The Bradford Park Avenue players want a free kick, and the goal scored from Jamie Walker, who keeps up his very rich vein of form this season, is sick for the campaign. Well, originally, the corner was taken short. The corner was actually taken short by Hallam. It was to Rat Thomas. He had the shot. It was scuffed. It was cleared away. Walker got it back, played the ball in again. It was actually Hallam who got it back, played the ball in again. Sights Kenworthy goes to get there, he had the ball. He looked like he had the ball in two hands. In the end, he kind of fumbles it. And yeah, and then Walker was there, and it was a valiant effort made by a Park Avenue player on the line to clear it away. Jamie Walker, though, with his 6th goal of the season, makes it 1-1. A little bit of a shock there to the system for Park Avenue, who led 1-0 in the game, and now they've been pegged back. And Jamie Walker's rich vein of form continues. A foul there from Lancaster on Hallam as well. 1-1 here at the Horsefall Stadium. Goal scored, 26 minutes. Jamie Walker, who really is in fine form. He's not been involved in this game so far at all, really. The ball fell to him off what must be deemed as an error by George Sykes-Kenworthy. I'm not sure if he was fouled or not, but either way, he had the ball in his possession. It may have looked like, and in the end, he dropped it into the path of Walker, who had the shot. Park Avenue player couldn't quite clear the ball off the line, and it's 1-1 in the Northern Premier League between Bradford, Park Avenue and Ilkeston Town. Park Avenue players, bench, was also up in arms, wanting the decision which never came. And the 1-1 so far, maybe turning into a very entertaining game, and you imagine Ilkeston Town might grow into it slightly. The ball's headed away well there from Lund, and that's actually a foul given in favour of Park Avenue. It could have had an advantage there, actually. But the referee chose to pull it back for a free kick instead, which is going to have to be taken by a little bit further back from George Sykes-Kenworthy. And Bradford Park Avenue, of course, did take the 1-0 lead, have now been pegged back. Mason O'Malley's goal cancelled out from a good equaliser. Well, no, from an equaliser, sorry, that was O'Malley's goal. The one was a fine finish. The equaliser coming from Jamie Walker. The man in form, 6 goals this season, the top scorer in the Northern Premier League. And Park Avenue might well have a throw here. They do. It's going to be taken by Mason O'Malley. And it's going to be thrown forward. It's going to be trying to be flicked on there. And the referee, Mark Bauer, furiously appealing to the referee for a handball there. And the referee in the end just gives a throw in. And it's still 1-1 here at the Horsefall Stadium. You're listening to Samuel Wright on commentary here on Bradford Park Avenue's YouTube. Still 0-0 at the Mark Hughes' Bradford City at home to Crewe Alexandra today. Can Park Avenue get any sort of momentum going? He's backed into a corner, the centre-back Cox there, but in the end it's going to go out for a goal kick anyway, as the ball does have enough legs to run out of play, and Matthew Yates, the goalkeeper for Ilkeston Town, going to take the goal kick. They've been very entertaining in this division so far, Ilkeston Town. I must admit, 14 goals now in their opening 5 league games this season. Certainly are free scorers at the moment, that's for sure. 6 of them goals, nearly half of them goals have come courtesy of Jamie Walker, and he's added another one to his collection today as the ball's chested down now well by Longbottom. That's a really good defensive challenge in the middle of the park. I believe it might have well been on Spencer. Ball played out to Doherty on the left-hand side. He goes down, and that is a free kick, a foul from Barrows, the right back, on Brad Doherty. Did well there, Doherty stepped inside, brought down from his man. I feel like the Park Avenue bench are getting slightly agitated at the moment, and that might well be because the way that goal went in for Ilkeston Town, they might not really agree with. They thought it was a foul on George Sykes-Kenworthy, not given. And Jamie Walker was there to pounce. It's going to be taking a free kick here. It's Longbottom who's over it. Either Longbottom or maybe even Harry Colville. One of the two will take it. And it might well be. It looks like Longbottom, it might well favour this left footer. We'll have a look now. It's going to be taken by Longbottom. It is. It's not a bad delivery. It's going to be cleared away there by Erat Thomas, who got back in the right position. Erat Thomas, the number 4, who has certainly caused a few problems in the game. He's on a yellow card. The only player in the game, the number 4, on a yellow card. There's actually Erat Thompson on the bench as well. Kobe Erat Thompson on the bench for Ilkeston. He only signed earlier this week. And Declan Howe, the number 9 for Ilkeston today, as I've mentioned plenty of times, only signed last night. Already registered to play in the game. As the ball's played forward. Nice touch from Longbottom, but that will be played back by the skipper Fenton to his own goalkeeper Yates. Yates under a bit of pressure from Colville, but can clear the ball away. Erat Thomas wins it. Well controlled though by Will Lancaster. And then Spencer plays one over the top. Good ball that as well. Towards a Dunstan. And Dunstan checks it back. Ball into Lancaster. Lancaster, he took a little bit too long. And the deflection actually ran through to the goalkeeper Yates, but there was actually Colville who was quite close to the goalkeeper, couldn't get there. Yates takes it quickly, that's good defending by O'Malley, but the header will only fall to Hallam, who's got space to take it down in the centre of the park. He goes back out to the right, and that was to Tolley. Ball played forward now to Howe. Tolley has it again. Tolley over the top towards Hallam. Is he onside? It won't matter anyway. The ball's going to go out for a goal kick. And I must admit, despite the amount of goals they've scored this season, Ilkeston, Park Avenue have limited them to quite a few chances really in the game. As the score remains 1-1 here at the Horsfall Stadium. Bradford Park Avenue took the lead. A brilliant strike from Mason O'Malley, the left back, to put his side in front, but they were pegged back from a goal from the top scorer in the division, Jamie Walker. Had a very quiet game. Jamie Walker switched out to the left-hand side. He's on possession now, actually, as the ball's played forward by Arat Thomas, but the flag goes up against Declan Howe. Not really been involved in the game, the number 9 so far. Got to admit, though, he must be a very quick turnover for him. Only signing for the club last night and being in a matchday squad in an away game and starting, it must be a lot for him to take in. He's not really had much involvement in this game. It remains 1-1 at the Horsfall Stadium. As the ball's played over the top, that will be well defended though by Tolley. And is there a nudge in the back there maybe by Arat Thomas? Referee says no. Lancaster takes it forward. Can he play it out to the right? He's done well. Lancaster keep possession. He plays the ball in, but that will be cleared away by Luke Cox. Puts his foot through it like a classic centre back. And the ball's going to be played forward now, is it? It's going to be a well played actually. And it's going to be played off in the end. It was Howe who plays it off Mason O'Malley for a throw in. The ball landed right in front of the away dugout, and Ross Barrows will be the man to take the throw in right in front of the opposing dugout for Ilkeston Town. 1-1 so far in the game. We are 33 minutes in, 2 goals in the game, and that's actually a throw-in gone in Park Avenue's favour. Both benches furiously appealing for that. I'm not quite sure who that came off. It was very hard to tell up here. The throw-in's going to be taken quickly, and Doherty can get there. Doherty is just up against the centre-back, though. Cox is going to win that, surely. In the end, it goes out for a throw-in in the favour of Ilkeston Town. Right in front of the corner flag. Of course, Park Avenue got their first victory of the Northern Premier League season on Monday evening. 2-0 at home to Morpeth Town. It's 1-1. They took the lead in this game, but have been pegged back to 1-1. I think it's the team who might well be up there this season, Ilkeston Town. This was going to be a very stern test for Park Avenue as the ball's played forward. And that one will just drift out of play right in front of Mark Bauer. And that will be a throw-in to Park Avenue. It's going to be taken by Mason O'Malley. And O'Malley looking for options. He doesn't really have many close to him. He might have to throw this one far forward. He does. He throws it up towards Doherty, who flicks it on. Longbottom wins it as well, but that will be kicked up in the air from Jamie Hanson. And then that will be headed forward, and that's going to be cleared away from Cox. And I think Cox and Fenton looks a very good partnership, to be honest, for Ilkeston Town. That's good defending by Mason O'Malley. As the ball was played up towards Jack Tolley, O'Malley got back there, headed it back to his goalkeeper, Sykes Kenworthy. Bradford Park Avenue 1, Ilkeston Town 1 at the Horsfall Stadium. 35 minutes played on this Saturday afternoon on the 26th of August. Only the 5th game of the season for both sides. And it's going to be Sykes Kenworthy who plays the ball out to Jack Whiting, the young centre-back, who plays it forward. Not a bad ball over the top, but that's well met by Barrows. Well picked up though by Lancaster in the middle of the park. He's got room to run into, Lancaster. The central midfield's kind of empty at the moment. Lancaster goes on, plays the ball out to Doherty on the left-hand side. Doherty takes it in. Can he get across in? He can. Good ball! Oh, it's close. It's really close. It's a really good delivery from Doherty right onto the edge of the 6-yard box. I'm not sure he was put off by the defender Longbottom, but the goal was right there. It might have been a chance for him to head in for 2-1. He did get the final touch. It's been given as a goal kick. Really good cross from Doherty with his right foot. Dangerous delivery. Longbottom goes to get the header. He does get something on it because it's been given as a goal kick, but maybe he was put off by the centre-back. That's a real good chance, though. Park Avenue, it's got to be said, they've had the best chances in this game, Park Avenue. They've taken one of them. Can't even call O'Malley's goal a chance, really. They've had 2 other good chances, which they haven't really taken, though. And it still remains 1-1. Well, Longbottom playing down the middle. He'd have been hoping to grab that one. It was a brilliant ball in from Doherty. A striker's dream, really. Longbottom got something on it. Not enough to turn it in, though. And it remains 1-1 here at the Horsefall Stadium. As the ball's played forward by the goalkeeper, Yates. It's one in the middle of the pot. The rain's starting to hammer down again here in Bradford. All of a sudden, it's on and off at the moment, it's fair to say. 36 minutes in, here is Barrows, who plays one forward. It's well controlled, is it, by the new number 9, and it's played forward, and that's a good challenge, actually, in the middle of the centre of defence by Mitch Lund. A loose touch by Howe, and it was won back there by Rat Thomas. They've got to be careful here, Park Avenue. And Rat Thomas goes through. Is that a foul? The referee says no. And the Ilkeston Town bench cannot believe it. It was actually won back by Rat Thomas well. And he goes to go through. And there's a bit of a collision between him and Whiting. The referee said nothing doing. Well, Rat Thomas already on a yellow card as well, it's worth mentioning. So maybe if the referee deemed that as a dive, he could have been in trouble. I don't think it was a dive, in fairness. And Park Avenue might have even got away with one there. They nearly went through. It was just given away cheaply in the middle of the park from Park Avenue. Rat Thomas won the ball back, took it beyond one man. There was a bit of a collision. You can argue it might have been a bit of a soft free kick, but he was brought down nonetheless. And it still remains 1-1, and the ball's played over the top from Whiting now. Looking for Harrison Hopper. Will he get there? He will. He'll keep the ball alive, Hopper. Can he get it into the box? He takes it in now. Plays it in. Good ball. It's Henry headed. It's a goal. And Park Avenue retake the lead. And this time Will Longbottom does score a header. And Bradford Park Avenue are back in front. Some really good work there from Harrison Hopper to keep the ball in play. Plays it with the outside of his boot into the penalty area. And then it was headed in by Will Longbottom, who scores his second goal of the season. And Bradford Park Avenue have had the better chances in this game. Have made the most of it. It comes moments after they could have had a free kick right on the edge of the area, Ilkeston, to maybe have to give them a chance of taking the lead. But Park Avenue have looked threatening going forward in this game. Take the lead for the second time in the game. Will Longbottom's first home goal of the season. His second of the campaign. He missed a really good chance a moment ago. And we see the Ilkeston fans really complain to the referee here. But either way, Park Avenue won't care about that. There might have been a bit of injustice in the first goal for in Ilkeston's goal, I should say, the only goal Ilkeston have scored. So it's maybe evens itself out. Bradford Park Avenue retaking the lead on home soil, well, on home turf, I should say. 2-1 up against Ilkeston Town. The goal well taken from Will Longbottom. He missed a very good header chance from a header a moment ago, but he takes this one. And now Ilkeston Town have got to come from behind for the second time in the game. They're looking to avoid back-to-back defeats, Ilkeston. And they play a ball forward there. It's got to be said, though, despite Ilkeston having a goal in this game, they haven't really had many chances at all, really. Bradford Park Avenue have limited them to very little. And Bradford Park Avenue are the ones who have had the better chances. 2 or 3 good chances on top of the goals they've already scored. But it is 2-1 at the moment as the ball's played by Sats Kenworthy. Not his finest, though, towards O'Marley. The ball's played out of play. Nearly 40 minutes gone. Only a few minutes until half-time in the game. Ilkeston Town, who are trying to chase the game once again now. The ball's played up towards Walker. He can't quite get his head to it. It will fall, though, to Hallam, who's been a real threat so far. Rat Thomas goes back to Hallam on the left-hand side. He plays it forward. And is there a bit of tugging going on there? There was. That's going to be a free kick in Park Avenue's favour. I believe it might have been Walker tugging back there at Lucas the Dunstan. Did definitely see a drag of the arm even from where I was, quite far away. So the referee well spotted there. The referee or the linesman. Either way, Park Avenue leading by 2-1 here at home at the Horsefall Stadium against Ilkeston Town. Can never write Ilkeston off, though. They have scored 14 goals this season in 5 games for a reason. They're a very good side going forward. Ball played up now. That's well headed away by the skipper and centre-back Kieran Fenton. Ball won back by Lancaster. There's a bit of a collision there. There's a Park Avenue player down. I think it might be a head injury. It is a head injury, which means the Park Avenue physio are going to have to come onto the field. Not quite sure who's down it. It's not Doherty. It might well be Longbottom. In fact, I think it actually might be. No, it's not Doherty. It might even be O'Marley who's down, actually. A little bit of a collision just in front of the away dugout. The Park Avenue, the Ilkeston fans certainly not happy with that second goal. Obviously, Ilkeston thought they might have had a free kick right on the edge of the Park Avenue area moments before Park Avenue counter-attacked and made it 2-1. The second goal scored from Will Longbottom. The first of the game scored from Mason O'Marley. A brilliant goal from him, Mason O'Marley, the left-back. He's currently the man receiving treatment. He took the ball forward and he was invited to shoot from the Ilkeston defence. A brilliant strike right into the bottom corner. Well, hit the post and went in, actually. Ilkeston's equaliser coming courtesy of Jamie Walker, the man who cannot stop scoring at the moment. Jamie Walker scored an quite controversial equaliser. And then Park Avenue got a controversial goal themselves to make it 2-1. So there have been a few controversial decisions in the game so far to summarise. And the game will resume very shortly. Just going to give you a score update, actually. Bradford City still 0-0 with Crewe Alexandra in League 2. Mark Hughes' men in desperate need of points at the moment, after what's been quite a slow start for them in the 4th tier. And the ball's going to be played back to Sykes Kenworthy as we are back underway. Sykes Kenworthy kicks it forward. And that's going to be seen out, though, in the end from Henry Wilder. And that's going to be a throw-in to Ilkeston Town. Not long to go in this half. Only a few minutes plus maybe a little bit of added time. We have had 3 goals in the game. So maybe a little bit of added time will be done as the ball's headed forward. And then it's flicked away from the Ilkeston defender. Doherty has it now. Can he take it in, Doherty? No, he's giving it away. It's well won back from Barrows, actually. Barrows sees the goalkeeper off his line. He's gone for glory. And it's got to be said there probably were better options there. Well, he saw Sykes Kenworthy a little bit off his line. He's about 40 yards from goal there, Barrows, the right back. And he saw the glory, saw his name up in lights, went for goal. And in the end, it was not a bad effort, to be fair to him, but never really going to go in from there. But he did have 3 or 4 men up there with him, so I think they would have been better options there. Ilkeston still trailing by 2-1, and Bradford Park Avenue currently sitting 11th in the Northern Premier as it stands. The table will change a lot throughout the afternoon, of course. And of course, the league leaders, Radcliffe, actually trail by 1-0 at the moment. Radcliffe have made a fantastic start to the season. They're actually 1-0 down as it stands to Marske United. And here is the ball played forward now by the skipper Fenton. The ball's going to be played forward. A bit of a collision there between Whiting and Hallam, but Hallam helps Whiting back to his feet. And here is O'Malley, the left back. O'Malley plays a good ball over the top. Really good ball, actually. It's well dummied from Lancaster, who lets it go to a Dunstan on the right-hand side. Here is a Dunstan. A Dunstan has to check back for now, though he hasn't really got many options going forward. He goes back, though, to Jack Whiting, the centre-back. Whiting plays it forward. Doherty into the middle of the park. It's going to be cleared away, though. It actually was O'Malley who went to get there. Molly's left a bit of space, though, and now this might be a chance for Tolley. Tolley plays it forward. Really good chance for Howe. He's offside, though. Howe does put the ball into the net, but the flag did go up against him. Howe, who only signed for the club last night, he broke in behind the Park Avenue defence. There was a good ball through to him, actually. I think the space was vacated from O'Malley. Allowed actually, Tolley to pick him out. Plays it through, and in the end, it was... just did maybe go a little bit early. Howie's only seen how to touch the ball with number 9 in the game. And he put it in the back of the net, to be fair to him, but the flag had already gone up by that point anyway. So Sykes Kenworthy kind of let him put the ball in, to be honest. The half-time whistle won't be far off going. We have played just over 44 minutes here at the Horsefall Stadium. Bradford Park Avenue 2, Ilkeston Town 1. As the ball's flicked on by Longbottom, but he comes back from an offside position. It's Will Longbottom's goal is the difference between the two sides at the moment. Bradford Park Avenue 2, Ilkeston Town 1. Ilkeston Town have gained 3 promotions since their recreation back in 2017. As the ball's played forward now by the goalkeeper Yates. He goes out to the left-hand side. The ball's bounced, actually. Chance to play the ball in. It's a Charles Hallam who it fell to. It's going to be a corner, actually. That was a bit dangerous for Park Avenue right on the stroke of half-time. The ball fell to Walker, it actually was, on the left-hand side. He played the ball in. Hallam, like a vintage number 10, coming into the penalty area late. He goes to get the shot away. Didn't really get much on it, and it was deflected wide for a corner. And now it's going to be taken, this corner, by Hallam himself. Jordan Hallam really has been a bit of a threat in this game so far. Hallam, it's going to be with an out-swinger. He does play one in. It's going to be over everyone, though. It falls to a Rat Thomas who volleys it. He tucks it down on his chest, goes for a volley, but it goes wide of the goal. Never really got too much hold of that Rat Thomas. We have seen a few efforts from him so far, to be fair, though. He certainly does like to shoot from outside the penalty area, but on that occasion, never really going to trouble the goalkeeper, to be honest. Always going wide of Sykes Kenworthy's goal. How much time will be added here at the Horsefall Stadium is the question. The ball's still yet to go up, actually, which might suggest there's no added time. The 45 minutes have been played. Sykes Kenworthy takes the goal kick. And it's going to be flicked on, is it? It's going to be headed away by Luke Cox. And then this time by Rat Thomas. Flicked on as well by Tolly. He doesn't quite get there, though. The ball played forward. And it's Barrows up against Doherty. And Doherty does manage to keep the ball live. He's done really well to find Longbottom, actually. Longbottom finds his man, which is Spencer. Back to Longbottom again. Really good work rate by Doherty to keep that ball in play. And here now is Lancaster. Lancaster goes back. And he goes back to Whiting. I'm not surprised we haven't had a board go up in this game. We've played 46 minutes of the game now. Didn't see the board go up myself anyway, so apologies if I missed it. Sights Kenworthy plays one over the top. It's going to be headed away. And then that's going to be cleared out for a throw in. I think it was Barrows who got the initial flick away. Then it was actually Tolly who cleared it. Maybe not where he wanted to. A throw in. Mason O'Malley will take it. O'Malley can't find his man. And his man is Lancaster, who goes back to Whiting, who goes back to Sights Kenworthy. Half-time certainly will be coming soon. And Sights Kenworthy plays the ball forward. And that's going to be headed away. It's going to be taken down as well by Harry Colville. 2 assists for Colville on Monday evening. And here comes good run of Spencer now. Spencer goes forward. He finds O'Malley. Will O'Malley be invited to shoot once again? He's played the ball forward this time to Doherty in the area. Doherty now plays it back. Chance. Oh, it's 3-1. And Park Avenue make it 3-1. It's Jamie Spencer with the goal. And Bradford Park Avenue right on half-time. Make it 3-1 and have a little bit of a comfort zone between them and Ilkeston Town. What a time to get the 3rd goal of the game. Bradford Park Avenue in first half stoppage time. Make it 3-1, and that might well be it for half-time as well. What a time to score for Bradford Park Avenue. They do excellently well there. O'Malley picks out Doherty. Doherty plays the ball into Spencer, and now Spencer has his first goal of the season. And it's Bradford Park Avenue 3, Ilkeston Town 1 here at the Horsefall Stadium. What a first half it's been for the hosts. It's turned out to be. They may have conceded, but 3 goals in the first half. Their home form has been fantastic, to be fair, Park Avenue in recent times. Something that kind of goes under the radar, to be honest. And they ended last season at home really well. Despite that opening day defeat to Macclesfield, they've started this campaign well also. And maybe there is still going to be a little bit more time played actually at the end of this half. The referee's added on a fair bit of time, I must admit, in this game. We're actually around about 49 minutes into this game in terms of added time as a ball's cleared away from Brad Doherty. It is 3-1 to Bradford Park Avenue at the moment, and the half-time whistle is surely about to blow here at the Horsefall Stadium. What a half it's been for Mark Bowers, Bradford Park Avenue. A half that has included a couple of controversial goals, but overall, it has been a good game of football. Ilkeston Town haven't really offered as much going forward as what maybe they would have liked, but Bradford Park Avenue have been very good when they've gone forward. Easy to tell the confidence they've gained, actually, from the 2-0 win on Monday as the ball's played out of play. That's poor there from Ilkeston Town. Henry Wilder could not keep the ball in. Surely the referee, Mitch Lund might be having a bit of a problem at centre-back. I've noticed him drop to his haunches a moment ago. Hopefully he's okay. Throwing forward will be headed away. Has been an awful lot of time added. We do know about this new added time rule this season, but seems to be a lot in this game. Park Avenue might have one more chance, actually, but they've given the ball away. And Howe can chase it. Well, that is Mitch Lund, who goes back to his goalkeeper, George Sights Kenworthy. Might be breathing a big sigh of relief after the first goal went in. Sights Kenworthy had the ball under his control and in the end dropped it to Jamie Walker, who did score the equaliser. So maybe he'll be more relieved man that Park Avenue are leading this game again, and more comfortably as the ball's now played away. Not sure when the half-time whistle's due to go in this game, but it's now 50 minutes from the clock, and the half-time whistle is still yet to be sounded. Ball played forward now. Doherty with some good defending. The ball goes back to Mason O'Malley. O'Malley plays it forward, and that will be deflected out. And that is half-time here at the Horsefall Stadium in the Northern Premier League. And what a half it's been for Bradford Park Avenue. They were given the lead from a brilliant strike from Mason O'Malley. His left-footed strike went in off the post, but Ilkeston Town did hit back when a cross-in was fumbled, if anything, by George Sights Kenworthy and put into the net from Jamie Walker. A Park Avenue defence made a valiant effort to keep it out, but in the end, Walker's goal, his 6th of the season. But Park Avenue responded very well to that and then took a 2-1 lead in the game. The ball was headed in from Will Longbottom. He missed a header moments earlier. He headed in for 2-1. And then right on half-time, Jamie Spencer with the third goal for Park Avenue. And Bradford Park Avenue have a good lead going into half-time here in the Northern Premier League against Ilkeston Town. Half-time score, Bradford Park Avenue 3, Ilkeston Town 1. Well, that was good. Well, hello there, everyone. I will welcome you back to the Horsefall Stadium for this Northern Premier League encounter between Bradford Park Avenue and Ilkeston Town. Half-time score at the Horsefall Stadium: Bradford Park Avenue 3, Ilkeston Town 1. It's been a very good performance so far from Park Avenue. They took the lead through a brilliant strike from Mason O'Marley, actually. It was a little bit of a surprise goal, I guess you can say, from O'Marley. He picked the ball up on the left-hand side. He ran forward. He was invited to shoot, really, from the Ilkeston defence. He had a go, a low-driven shot which went in off the post to give Park Avenue the lead. And then Ilkeston Town did equalise, a fairly controversial equaliser. 10 minutes later, the ball was played into the penalty area from Jordan Hallam. The ball was in possession with Sykes Kenworthy. It looked like he may have got a nudge which allowed him to drop the ball. And the ball was put into the back of the net from Jamie Walker, who cannot stop scoring at the moment, Jamie Walker. And he made it 1-1, but I feel like Sats Kenworthy will feel a little bit like he should have had a foul in his favour. Park Avenue certainly thought so. It never was given. Ilkeston Town got back into the game, but very impressively, Park Avenue responded really well to this and actually took a 2-1 lead thanks to a header from Will Longbottom. Brilliant work from Harrison Hopper on the left-hand side. He got a cross in, and the ball was headed into the back of the net from Longbottom to score his second goal of the season. And then right on the stroke of half-time, the third goal was scored from Jamie Spencer, his first goal of the season. Some brilliant work again on the left-hand side. This time it was played into Spencer, who finished really well to make it 3-1 to Park Avenue. They lead 3-1 against Ilkeston Town right on half-time. Ilkeston Town will be third if the scoreline does stay like this, but Bradford Park Avenue actually currently in 10th as things stand in the Northern Premier League. So back-to-back wins, obviously, after a difficult start for Mark Bauer's side. If they can hold on here or even make the win a bit more emphatic, maybe they will get another 3 points on the board. Will do them the absolute world of good, I'm sure. And just to give you a couple of surprising results so far really going on around the country. Fulham lead 1-0 at Arsenal. Andres Pereira scoring after 57 seconds in that game. And also Nottingham Forest leading 2-1 at Old Trafford. They were 2-0 up after 4 minutes, in fact. Well, Christian Eriksen did pull a goal back for the Red Devils. But Bradford Park Avenue players are already back out onto the field, just to let you know. So Mark Bauer has sent his side out early. I guess if you're Mark Bauer, you're asking for more of the same. Ilkeston Town, one of the favourites to go up this season, have come here today. And it's got to say Park Avenue have made them look very ordinary so far, it's got to be said. But we do know Ilkeston Town are a team who are capable, certainly, of scoring a goal or two in this second half. They've got the top scorer in this division in their squad, and they've also got new signing who only signed yesterday, Declan Howe, Jordan Hallam, who certainly looked threatening so far as well, and even Jack Tolley has provided some threats so far from the left and the right hand side. And there might be a change or two made from Ilkeston Town maybe throughout the game. Obviously, Ilkeston Town manager Gary Hayward might not be too impressive what he's seen from his side so far. And Park Avenue players are pretty much ready to get going in this second half, but we're still waiting on the arrival of Ilkeston Town. In fairness, there was a lot of time added at the end of the first half. In total, around about 6 added minutes. And I will keep you updated with scores going on around the country. Bradford City lead by a goal to nil at home against Crewe Alexandra in League 2. Their goal was actually scored from a player called Jamie Walker, ironically. Jamie Walker on the score sheet in this game for the visitors and for the hosts at the Valley Parade. And Ilkeston Town have made their arrivals, and there is going to be a substitution. Ethan Hill is getting ready to come on for Ilkeston Town. We'll see who he's ready to replace. He's awaiting his arrival. I'll try and get confirmation of who he's coming on for. Ethan Hill is going to be the man entering the fray. And as we see Declan Howe, the last player to come out onto the field. Wonder how many minutes Declan Howe's got in the tank. He only joined the club last night. So he might not have many minutes in the tank, and joining the club and then playing an away game the next day might be a little bit to take in. It is Bradford Park Avenue, though, who lead by 3 goals to 1 here at the Horsefall Stadium. A brilliant first half display from Mark Bauer's side, who seem to have their confidence back after a tricky start. It's got to be said, though, Park Avenue ended last season in very impressive form at home, despite the relegation. And it must also be said, though, that despite that, and we will get confirmation of the change now, by the way, before I go back to that, it's actually going to be Jamie Hansen being replaced by the number 14, Ethan Hill. So he might well be about ready to go for the second half here at the Horsefall Stadium. Bradford Park Avenue kicking towards the Park Road end in this half. Can they add to their 3 first-half goals? And I've got to say, they only let in 3 goals in the whole season before today, Ilkeston Town. So Park Avenue have scored 3 goals in one half against them. Shows how impressive they were. The game is back underway for the second half. Played up towards Doherty, who does keep the ball alive, but he can only head the ball out of play. It was Mitch Lund's pass from deep, which Doherty tried to keep in. He was unable. Well, he did do so, but he headed it out of play himself as Park Avenue have possession now. And that's is that a foul there on Jack Whiting? He certainly felt the effects of the touch there, Jack Whiting. He maybe got a bit of a knock. He's still the 19-year-old down. Hopefully he does get back to his feet and he's okay. Jack Whiting had a fine game, in my opinion, on Monday night against Morpeth Town, and he's been good so far as well. Park Avenue have largely defended really well in this game, to be honest. The only thing's really been the goal that they've conceded, which was a fairly controversial goal in itself. And Bradford Park Avenue taking a throw in now. It will be taken from Mason O'Malley, one of the goal scorers on the afternoon, one of 3 goal scorers for Park Avenue. The goals have been certainly spread out, it must be said, amongst the Ilkeston Town team this season. And Bradford Park Avenue are doing that themselves right now as well. Bradford Park Avenue has 6 goals now this season. 2 of them scored by Longbottom, and the others have been spread out well amongst the team. Everyone else who has scored has got themselves on 1 goal as the ball's played back by Lancaster. And that's going to be a foul on Whiting. As much to the disbelief maybe there of Declan Howe. He had the ball in his hands and couldn't believe it as the ball's played back to Lund. If you're Mark Bauer, all you'd probably be saying to your team is more of the same, please, which might explain why they were out a lot earlier than Ilkeston Town. Gary Hayward's team might have been a lot more harsh. Ball played over the top, well cut out by Fenton. Here's Colville. Colville, the ball deflects into the path though here of Declan Howe. And Declan Howe inside his own half, looking for options. He goes to the right-hand side, and is it a foul there? It's not a foul, it's going to be a throw-in. It was Jack Tolley, who was trapped by Mason O'Malley. O'Malley got there. He went down, Tolley, but the last touch did come off O'Malley either way. Here's Hill, the substitute's first touch of the second half. And here comes Fenton now on the ball. You can play one over the top. It's a good ball over the top as well towards Henry Wilder. Wilder can't keep the ball, though. And it's given back from a Dunstan to Lund and headed up in the air by the skipper Fenton, and then headed on by Rat Thomas. Well controlled in the middle though by, and it's over the top now though. Actually could be a chance. Flag goes up though against Declan Howe, who for the second time in the game has put the ball in the back of the net, but the flag has gone up against him, so it's mattered very little. Declan Howe, who actually put the ball in the net in the first half after he was flagged offside, and he's done the same again there, the number 9, but both of them have mattered very little as the flags have already gone up against him. It was actually a Rat Thomas who won it in the middle of the park there. The ball eventually came through to Declan Howe, but he definitely was offside by a good few yards as the ball played over the top by Sykes Kenworthy. And it's headed back to his own goalkeeper from the Scunthorpe United loanee, Ross Barrows. And that's going to be in possession now of Matthew Yates, former Gainsborough Trinity goalkeeper. And he finds his captain, Fenton, who plays it forward. That's well taken in by Hallam. Good ball as well by Hallam to the right-hand side. It's going to be played over to Tolley. And he can go back to Barrows. Barrows plays one over the top. Good ball, actually. This is a chance. Oh, and it nearly headed on, actually, by Hallam. He goes into the penalty area. Unmarked there, Hallam. He just couldn't get any head on the ball. And Bradford Park Avenue were happy to watch the ball run through to the arms of Sykes Kenworthy. Hallam ghosted into a good position there, the number 10, as all good number 10s do. And in the end, he tried to get the flick on, but he just completely missed the ball. Misjudged the flight of the ball, maybe. And the ball runs through to the goalkeeper. I know the Park Avenue winning by 3-1, but they cannot afford to take their foot off the gas in this game. They are a free-scoring team, Ilkeston Town, and they come forward here now, but that's going to be well covered by Whiting, who shields the ball out for a goal kick. Tolley did his best efforts to keep it in, but Whiting came across the 19-year-old and happily saw the ball go out of play for a goal kick. And here is Sykes Kenworthy, who comes across to take that goal kick for Bradford Park Avenue. This will be back-to-back wins for Mark Bauer's side. Their home form ended very well last season, as I mentioned. And despite being relegation from the National League North, their form at home was very good, and they got that win on Monday evening, and they're hoping to follow that up here, which right now they're on track to do. But here's Walker. Walker, who plays it forward. That's well headed back to his own goalkeeper, though, from Mason O'Malley. What's a fine player at left back, Mason O'Malley, I must say. Good tracking back there. Walker's ball forward was high in the air, and O'Malley with a header back to his own goalkeeper. Here is Whiting, who goes back to George Sykes-Kenworthy. And he plays the ball to Lancaster, who takes it out of his own penalty area. Lancaster forward. He finds Spencer. The man who scored the third goal in the game, Spencer. Took the goal really well. He had a golden chance to score on Monday evening too, Spencer, which he was denied by the goalkeeper. He'll be happy to get off the mark for the season. Ball played forward, but Longbottom will chase that. But always favourite for that was Matthew Yates, who picks the ball up right on the edge of his 18-yard box. And he bowls it out to Luke Cox, the tall centre-back, who plays it to his centre-back partner, Kieran Fenton. Fenton with a left-footed ball over the top. That's not a bad ball, but Walker, who went to control it, actually lost flight of the ball there by the looks of it, and it runs through to Whiting, who then goes back to Sykes-Kenworthy, who kicks one up into the air, and that'll be headed away from Fenton. And here is, in the middle of the box, a really good ball. Oh, say it's a good ball. It's actually given away. And now this might well be brought forward by Hallam right in front of his own dugout. It is. He doesn't quite keep it in, though. Thought Hallam had just kept that in there, the number 10. He couldn't quite keep the ball in. It was actually given away, the ball originally. And Morley got there, but then it was a bit of a loose pass forward. Nearly fell to Walker. Hallam, sorry. And he couldn't quite keep the ball in play. 51.5 minutes played here in Bradford at the Horsefall Stadium. Sykes-Kenworthy, who goes back, who's given the ball back to, from Lancaster. Sykes-Kenworthy plays it forward towards Doherty. Doherty goes to get the header. The ball's then controlled well, played into Longbottom from Doherty, and Longbottom can't quite keep his feet. His ball forward ends up finding how he plays the ball forward back to him, and Sykes-Kenworthy's come a long way, but he gets it right. Makes a good challenge. The ball was returned there to Howe, actually, from Lancaster. Declan Howe went in a foot race really with Sykes-Kenworthy. A really good starting position from the young goalkeeper. He does well to make the clearance in the end and put it out for a throw in. George Sykes-Kenworthy, certainly a fine keeper to have between the sticks for Park Avenue. Even in a relegation season last season, a fantastic campaign in the National League North. And a fine showing so far this season, as the ball's played out wide now from the number 10, Jordan Hallam. And the ball's now into Howe. Howe's seen a bit more of the ball early on in this second half. And the ball's going to be played in by Tolley. It's blocked. Tolley will get a second bite of the cherry, will he? Instead, he goes back to Barrows. Barrows plays one in. Not a bad ball. It's headed up on, but it's going to be easy for Sykes-Kenworthy. The ball was actually headed by Walker. Jamie Walker's been in fine goal-scoring form, but it would have taken a special header right on the edge of the 18-yard box to beat Sykes-Kenworthy. He got his head to it, but it was never really troubling the goalkeeper, to be honest. Sykes-Kenworthy stood still and gracefully grabbed the ball in his hands, and he gets the ball back here from Mitch Lund as well, inside his own penalty area. Here's Whiting. Actually, Lancaster, my apologies. Lancaster, ball forward, headed on. That's going to be headed out by Fenton. Headed out of play for a throw-in. It was actually Lucas de Dunstan who won the original header, but the ball was then headed out. Ball played forward. Fenton can't get there. Longbottom. Longbottom could be in here. Plays it across. This could be a chance. Good defending, though, from Barrows. All of a sudden, Park Avenue nearly find themselves into the penalty area. It was good play from Longbottom. Played a ball across, and Barrows, the right back, good tracking back from him to get there ahead of Doherty. And the throw-in now comes forward, and that's going to be taken in by the number 7, Hopper. And the ball now is with a Dunstan. Back to Hopper again. What can he do with it? He goes back to a Dunstan, the right back. A Dunstan finds Longbottom. Shapes to shoot. Does shoot. Good effort. Good save. Well, comfortable save really from the goalkeeper, Matthew Yates. And Longbottom, his eyes lit up a little bit there. Longbottom, a chance to shoot with his left foot on the edge of the area. He took that chance. But in the end, the shot was an easy enough save for Yates. It never really had the power to trouble him, but worth a go nonetheless. Here's Hallam. And Hallam goes back to the left back, Henry Wilder. And he finds Fenton, who finds Cox. Cox goes out to the right-hand side. And Park Avenue, when they've gone forward in this game, they've been very, very threatening, I must say. That's kind of been the difference between the two teams, despite their rich goal-scoring form. Given away here, actually. And this could be a chance here for Longbottom. Terrible mistake. Longbottom's in, and Longbottom puts it wide. What an opportunity. A terrible mistake there from Luke Cox, who gives the ball away so cheaply. A blind pass was picked up from Longbottom. He ran forward, one-on-one with the goalkeeper with his left foot, and Longbottom puts it wide. He'll be disappointed with that. He might well think he should have scored. He couldn't take the chance in the end, and it still remains 3-1. If that went in, that might have even put the game beyond Ilkeston Town. A real chance not taken. He may have taken one chance today, Longbottom. He might have had a hat-trick in this game. He missed a really good chance in the first half, just before he scored, and then a really good chance at the start of the second. The chances have been there for Longbottom in this game, and that one, he failed to score the fourth of the game for Park Avenue. Would have been his second as well. As the ball's now back with Yates. Yates plays it forward. Good control by Hallam. Hallam can take it forward. He plays one in to the main man there, Walker. And the eventual cross that came in from Hallam, a low cross, is cleared away quite easily by Jack Whiting. 56 minutes in, 3-1 to Park Avenue. It could well have been 4. What a chance that was for Will Longbottom. He'll be hoping he'd have taken that one if he didn't. That's given away cheaply by Fenton, and Park Avenue can come forward again. It's a good run from Dunstan. It's a heavy touch from Dunstan in the end, though. He had Longbottom to his right. He could not find him. It's actually White. It was actually Cox with some good defending. Ball played over the top, and in a couple of moments, both of the Ilkeston centre-backs overplaying at the back, giving the ball away cheaply. And on both occasions, Park Avenue had a chance to take advantage coming forward. Ball played forward now. It's in towards Howe, and he can't control it, and the ball runs through to Sights Kenworthy. Just got a feeling they might be overplaying it a little bit here, Ilkeston. The Robins have shown a little bit of promise when they've had the ball, but they've not really troubled Park Avenue much all afternoon. They may be on the score sheet, but even that was a fairly controversial goal, which kind of came out of nothing. Chances have been few and far between other than that goal, and Park Avenue, when they've gone forward, look like they might score on every occasion, really. Mark Bow will be pleased with their clinicalness. Again, before the game, it was kind of a case of, here's Matt to cut off as Lancaster has it now. Chance for him to shoot. He does shoot. Oh, he's at the crossbar, and it will be headed in this time from Longbottom. And it's 4-1 to Bradford Park Avenue. It completely opened up for Lancaster, who scored a goal, of course, in the week. It was a really good effort from him. It hits the crossbar, but Longbottom, like all good poachers, came in to make it 4-1. And Bradford Park Avenue have clear daylight now between them and Ilkeston Town. And Ilkeston Town, who it's got to be said have had a fantastic start to the season, haven't really been at the race at times this afternoon. It was poor defending from them, really. They allowed Lancaster all the time in the world to have a shot. He did. It came back off the crossbar. And then in the end, Will Longbottom said thank you very much. An easy header into the back of the net for him. Longbottom has his second of the afternoon. To be honest, he could have about 4 or 5 today, Longbottom. He's had so many opportunities. He missed a sitter a moment ago, and now this time though, he was on hand to pounce and head it in. He reacted quicker than anyone, Longbottom. Bradford Park Avenue 4, Ilkeston Town 1. I don't think many Park Avenue fans expected this afternoon. A change is coming by the way as well for Ilkeston. Jack Tolley is going off, and coming on is Mitchell Wokes. And also, Chinedu Osadibe, who scored an absolutely brilliant goal on Monday evening, is going to come on for Park Avenue. And maybe with the way this game's opened up, he might fancy a chance to fill his boots. He certainly seems like a player, Osadibe. He's not come on the field yet, by the way. And Park Avenue, Ilkeston Town, sorry, have actually got the game back underway at the time as well. Well, 4-1 to Bradford Park Avenue, not even an hour played. I don't think many Park Avenue fans would have been expecting it coming into this game a win, but maybe not a win as what's been convincing as this right now. It's been a brilliant performance from Bradford Park Avenue. Osadibe is going to come on. He's going to replace Harrison Hopper. A fine showing from the number 7, Harrison Hopper. Had a fantastic part to play in the second goal when he won the ball back, crossed it into the middle, headed in by... That one was headed in by Longbottom. And off goes Hopper. A fine showing from him. And Chinedu Osadibe comes onto the pitch. Scored a brilliant goal against Morpeth Town in the week. On Monday evening, that was. Maybe Longbottom now will change his position on the field. Osadibe might well play up there as Sights Kenworthy takes it. And Osadibe might look to get involved straight away as he chases, but he won't reach that. It's going to go out for a goal kick. Osadibe, how is his confidence going to be after that brilliant goal? I mean, at this point, I believe if you're Ilkeston Town, you just kind of don't want the games. You don't want the game to become any too embarrassing. before this game, Ilkeston Town had only conceded 1 goal this season. In the 1 goal this season, in 3 goals, sorry, this season, only 1 in each game in the Northern Premier League. So to now be 4-1 down, they've let in more goals in after 60 minutes in this game than they have in the whole of the season so far. So massive credit to Park Avenue for that, but a little bit of a fault for sure when it comes to Ilkeston Town's defending in this game. It has been rather sloppy, especially so far in this second half as well. And Ilkeston Town can come forward now. First involvement for Wokes. He goes back into the middle of the park to Erat Thomas. Ball played forward, and it's going to be controlled by Wokes as well. It's going to be won back by O'Marley, the man who got the goal scoring started this afternoon. We'll give you some score updates in a moment when we do have an interval. Doherty in possession, and that's going to be given away, is it? Oh, is that a foul on the edge of the area? Whiting certainly felt it. It was nearly won back, the ball there. I think it might have actually been the ball nearly won back by, might well have been Declan Howe. I'm not quite sure who it was, but nearly a foul on Whiting. He certainly went down in a bit of a heap. Park Avenue currently 10th sitting in the Northern Premier League. Means that is that still the same at the end of the game? They've climbed 9 places this week, so a good climb from Mark Bauer's side. They'll be open. That climb continues as well, as the ball now is back in position of O'Marley, who plays it forward. He's actually been fouled there, Mason O'Marley. I believe it was fouled by the substitute Mitchell Wokes. 62 minutes on the clock. Bradford Park Avenue 4, Ilkeston Town 1. It's been a fantastic day. A double from Will Longbottom, a goal from Mason O'Marley, and also a goal from Jamie Spencer. The 4 goals scored from Park Avenue. Would love to dig into my research and find out the last time Park Avenue scored 4 goals in a game. It might well be a little while ago. Here is good control. Is it that? It's going to be it's not a foul actually on Hallam. And the ball's now with Spencer. Spencer can go back to O'Marley. Doherty in possession. Bradford Park Avenue playing with such confidence in this game. A confidence that they kind of lacked in the first few games of the season when they weren't really at the races. 1 point from their opening 3 games. And this game, though, they've been brilliant on the ball. Everything about Park Avenue has been fantastic. They've controlled the game. Controlled the game, is to say the least, today. But they've still got a bit of work to do. The game's far from over. We've got half an hour to play nearly still. So the game is far from over. The ball's played in towards Hallam. It drifts away from him. And Mitch Lund can just kick the ball up into the air. And it will go out of play. Just will give you 1 or 2 score updates from the Premier League. Fulham still lead 1-0 against Arsenal. Manchester United is now 2-2 with Nottingham Forest as well. Casemiro getting their equaliser. We'll give you Bradford City score update as well soon. And the ball's played to Osadibe now, who could be in. Good ball to him from Lancaster. Osadibe into the penalty area. Can he get the shot away? He can. Osadibe with a shot. It just goes over the crossbar. Well, he found the net absolutely amazing fashion on Monday evening. Got the ball onto his left foot this time. And in the end, he goes to get the shot. He does get it away. Never really troubling the goalkeeper. But it goes over the crossbar. The keeper would have had it covered anyway. But really good play from Osadibe. Positive play. Gets the shot away. And it goes wide. We'll also give you a score from Bradford City. They still lead 1-0 against Crewe Alexandra. Goal in that game scored by Jamie Walker. Jamie Walker, of course, scored in this game for the opposition as well. So a little bit of irony there. Ilkeston Town's Jamie Walker, 6 goals this season for him. Despite his goal, he's been very quiet in the game, though, Jamie Walker. Bradford Park Avenue. If any team looks like they're going to get a goal, it's going to be Bradford Park Avenue at the moment. They've been fantastic in this game. 4-1 to the good. Again, I'd love to give you a stat eventually of when the last time Park Avenue scored 4 goals in a game was. Because it might have been a little while ago, but Mark Bauer will be nothing but delighted with what he's seen from his team in this game, as Colville can't quite keep that one alive. The pass to him right in front of the home dugout. The throw-in going to be taken by Henry Wilder. It is taken. O'Marley. O'Marley goes back to the number 5, Luke Cox. Here's Barrows. 2 changes made already from Ilkeston Town. You describe this as a bit of a bad day at the office for them, maybe. They had such a good start to the season, Ilkeston. But this has been a bit of a poor performance from them so far. To be honest, 4-1 down. They've still got around about 25 minutes, any added time to play as well. Erat Thomas. Eventually the ball's worked back to the skipper, Fenton. Barrows has it now. What can he do with it? He plays it forward to Hallam. Hallam goes out to the right-hand side. A chance maybe for Wokes to get a crossing. Wokes does get a crossing, but sights Kenworthy. Always behind that one. It was too close to the goalkeeper. I feel like there might be a bit of a problem for either Whiting or Lund, who kind of dropped to their haunches again there. Don't want to take any risks at this point of the game with your Mark Bauer. Centre-backs have certainly done their job well today for Park Avenue. As the ball's in possession of Lund, and Lund plays it out. Actually played it out to a Dunstan, who sights Kenworthy, plays it forward. Osadibe beaten in the air by Fenton. Ball flicked forward. And it's going to be a Dunstan who plays a really good ball to Doherty on the left-hand side. Doherty can come forward. Doherty carries on going. Plays it into O'Malley. Good bit of defending in the end from Wokes. The number 12, the substitute, trapped back well there. Got there ahead of O'Malley and concedes a corner. Every time Park Avenue go forward, you think they might well score. They're leaving so many gaps, Ilkeston Town, in that midfield and defence. Inviting the Park Avenue players to shoot. 2 of the goals have come from them doing that, inviting players to shoot from far out. They have shot from far out, and when you looks in, because O'Malley, of course, found the net, and it was actually the shot from Lancaster which came off the crossbar, which allowed Longbottom to head in. Longbottom with the corner, and that's going to be headed away from Walker, doing his defensive duties. The ball comes out to the number 10, Colville. And now it's a good play as well. Ball on the left-hand side. Cross comes in. Good delivery. That's going to be headed out for a corner. It's going to be headed out for a corner by Henry Wilder, doing his defensive duties at the back post well there. Can Park Avenue keep building some momentum? It's going to be a corner. It's going to be taken by the number 10. No, by number 11, sorry, Longbottom. 4-1 to Bradford Park Avenue. Longbottom with the corner. Longbottom with it. He takes one in. It's a good delivery. It's after the back post. And in the end, it's not quite converted. Osadibe went for it originally. Couldn't get there. Then the ball kind of ricocheted at the back post and it fell in the favour of Ilkeston Town. Here's Hallam. Maybe trying to get something going forward for Ilkeston. Hallam shielded well, though. Good turn, though, from the number 10. Hallam then goes in field to the number 14, Ethan Hill. And then it's Barrows who plays it to the number 4, Declan Arat-Thomas. Back to Barrows again. The right back coming in centre midfield. The inverted right back role is certainly a thing these days. And the ball's now played out to the left-hand side. It's the number 12, Wokes, who can't get it. We can get across, and that's easily blocked, though, from Lund. And now here is the ball played forward by Fenton. Will that be kept alive? It will just about be kept in by Henry Wilder. And eventually the ball's kind of stuck in the corner zone at the moment. Cross comes in. It's well headed away. It calls to Barrows on the edge of the area, who shoots. It's a good effort. Just goes wide of the goal, though. Barrows hit that one well, the right back, actually. The Scunthorpe United loanee caught that on the edge of the area. Had sights Kenworthy scrambling a little bit, but in the end it goes wide. Ilkeston Town, imagine at this point, it's going to be a very uphill battle to get back into this game. Park Avenue firmly in control. 4-1 lead. But either way, they've still got 22 minutes. If they were to get one goal at least, it might give them that little bit of confidence. But been such a good performance from Bradford Park Avenue in every area of the field. Sights Kenworthy takes a goal kick for them. Mark Bauer still yet to make his first change. Osadibe heads it on. Fenton clears it away. Well controlled from Howe. Good touches from the number 9. He plays it out to the right-hand side to Wokes. Wokes goes back to Barrows. The Scunthorpe United loanee to Arat-Thomas, the number 4. And the ball's on the left-hand side. Back to Arat-Thomas again. And now the ball's played from Fenton to Cox. And Ilkeston Town continue to bring it forward. It's going to be actually taken in possession now by Longbottom. Longbottom actually on a hat-trick in this game. Bauer's yet to make a change. He has, my apologies, but on Osadibe. Don't know why I said that, to be honest. Osadibe has been the player to come onto the field. Doherty. Osadibe, of course, did actually replace... Well, Osadibe actually replaced Jamie Spencer. Not Jamie Spencer, I believe it was earlier. No, Will Lancaster, my apologies, earlier in the game. The ball is now in possession of Harrison Hopper, my apologies, replaced. And it's going to be Sights Kenworthy, who lays it out now to the number 5. Mitch Lund, who goes forward. Well defended that, though. Headed out in the end by Luke Cox. Can Bradford Park Avenue get a goal? It's been a big turnaround at the Emirates Stadium, by the way. Arsenal now lead Fulham by 2-1, actually. 2 goals in 3 minutes for the Gunners. They've meant they're in front at the Emirates, and Manchester United 2-2 in Nottingham Forest, but Nottingham Forest have been reduced to 10 men. Bradford Park Avenue about to take this throw in. It will be taken by the number 2, Lucas Dunstan. And Dunstan takes it forward. That will be headed away. Doherty controls. And the ball's now with Dunstan, who goes back to Lund. Lund then plays it away. Bradford Park Avenue. Very convincing performance so far this afternoon, I should say. It's been a really, really good performance, but that's all that matters at your Park Avenue. Performance and the results. And the result is something that right now they're well on track to get. As the ball is with Longbottom, who's dropped very deep to receive the ball there. He finds Whiting. Bradford Park Avenue 4. Bradford Park Avenue 4, Ilkeston Town 1 in this game. And the ball's going to be played back to his own goalkeeper from Will Lancaster, who finds Sites Kenworthy in his own 18-yard box, who then plays it forward. It's been a bit of a breathless game at times. Osadibe with some good play, wins it off the defender. Barrows, Osadibe takes it in towards the penalty area. Osadibe goes on, plays the ball in. Chance now, oh, it's put over the crossbar. What an opportunity for Lancaster arriving late. Brilliant hold-up play from Osadibe. He then plays it into the penalty area. Lancaster arriving, no one tracking him, no one picks him up. Lancaster with a good chance. He puts it over the crossbar, cannot keep his effort down. What a chance that was to make it 5-1 to Bradford Park Avenue. Well, they could have had about 6 or 7 in this game, Park Avenue. They've had so many chances, even on top of the goals. Got to admit, their performance going forward has been brilliant. Got to question the defending of Ilkeston Town at times in the game. They've not been at the races defensively, but either way, Park Avenue, they could have had 6 or 7, but still they have 4, which is good enough, that's for sure. The ball's now with Benton. Nearly 75 minutes on the clock here at the Horsfall Stadium. Park Avenue in this second half, kicking towards the Park Road end. And here is Longbottom, really good hold-up play from him. It's all nearly given away from Lundy. Just about won that there in front of Walker. Well, Walker has added to his goal tally this afternoon, but despite that, he's not really been at his best, it's fair to say. Walker did get the goal in the first half, was the equaliser. It feels a lifetime ago now that Ilkeston Town were actually level in this game. It really has gotten away from them since. Park Avenue 3 goals since in the Northern Premier League. Park Avenue currently sit 10th in the Northern Premier League. Ilkeston will still sit 3rd in the table, in fairness to them. Radcliffe are on track to have their 5th win in 5 games. They're 5-1 up against Marsk United now. Radcliffe are 1-0 down in that game when I last looked early about an hour ago. So fair play to them. There's actually a man down here for Park Avenue. It's actually Mitch Lund who's got some problems. Physios came onto the field to greet him. Gives both players an opportunity to have some rest though. Certainly some rest that they won't exactly be complaining about, I'm sure. Again, Arsenal and Manchester United have turned their games around now in the Premier League. They were both trailing earlier on, but they now do lead. 2-1 Arsenal at home to Fulham and 3-2 Manchester United at home to Nottingham Forest. Brentford 1, Crystal Palace 1, another scoreline, and Everton 0, Wolves 0 as well. Joachim Andersen equalising the Crystal Palace after Sade gave Brentford the lead earlier on in the game. This throw-in going to be taken. Mitch Lund hopefully will be okay to continue in the game. There is going to be a change there. Mitch Lund's race actually going to be run here, surely it is. And coming on to replace him, Gianluca Hevern is going to come onto the field. Been so good defensively today, Park Avenue. That defensive pattern been a bit interrupted, won't be ideal. And the throw-in is going to be taken from the number 3. Number 3, Mason O'Malley. Well, actually not Mason O'Malley. So the other number 3 in the game, Henry Wilder. And they try and confront. The sun's now shining in Bradford as a Walker heads the ball on, but that won't go to anyone. In fact, it'll go out of play for a goal kick to Park Avenue. What a day it's been for Park Avenue. This 4-1 ahead here against Ilkeston Town. Mason O'Malley got the ball rolling with a brilliant strike early on in the game. In off the post. Equaliser from Jamie Walker for Ilkeston. But then 2-1, second goal scored from Will Longbottom. A header after turning in Harrison Hopper's cross. Third goal of the game was well taken as well from Jamie Spencer. And the fourth goal, a second of the game for Will Longbottom, after an effort from Will Lancaster came back off the crossbar. Osadibe flicks it on. That'll be controlled though by Fenton. Fenton plays it forward. And Satsyamu's come a long way here and he has to kick the ball out. Came out of his penalty area. Osadibe goes to win the header. He's beaten to it though by Cox. Ball flicks on from Walker. And the ball's then up in the air. Longbottom goes to win it. Did he leave a little bit in there on Hallam? The referee says no. And Park Avenue have possession. We are with Doherty. Doherty plays it forward. Not a bad ball, but it's not. No, Colville's never really getting there. And he goes back to his own goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper does clear it away there, Matthew Yates. Ball played forward and cleared away. It's going to be flicked on, is it? No, it's in control of Hallam, who can't keep the ball. Erat Thomas. Erat Thomas plays it in. The ball's then given back to Erat Thomas from the number 3, Henry Wilder. 75 minutes on the clock at the Horsfall Stadium. Bradford Park Avenue 4, Ilkeston Town 1. As the ball's now given away from Barrows cheaply. Longbottom has it and then he gives it away quite cheaply. They want a handball there, Park Avenue, off Erat Thomas, but the referee said it hit him on the chest. And Erat Thomas goes back to his skipper. The skipper, of course, Kieran Fenton, who finds Barrows, who really has played more of an inverted right-back role in this half, Barrows, it must be said. He's really appeared a lot in the centre of the park. Maybe leaving a few too many gaps, but he looks a promising talent, Barrows. On loan, of course, from Scunthorpe United. Ball played over the top. It's a good ball over the top, in fact. And it will be controlled now by Walker. Walker plays a good delivery in. And it was actually nearly met in the box there by Howe. But he couldn't really get anything on it. And Declan Howe, who only joined the club last night, not been the debut, would have planned for a 4-1 defeat. Well, 4-1 at the moment, that is. The goals might not have yet finished in this game, it is worth saying. We have played 77 minutes here at the Horsfall Stadium. Osadibe in possession. He plays one over the top towards Doherty, but way too much on it, and that will run through to the goalkeeper, Matthew Yates. Bradford Park Avenue travel to Guiseley, their local rivals, on Monday. Going into that game in fine form. They'll be hoping to pick up their first away win of the season, Bradford Park Avenue. And here's in possession now. It's given away. Doherty wins it back. And here's Colville. Colville now, can he get the ball forward? He goes to play over towards Osadibe. That's going to be given away. And then Howe is caught coming back from an offside position. That's happened about 3 or 4 times to Howe in this game. A little bit guilty of not watching the line, it's fair to say. The number 9. 33 minutes of the second half being played. 78 minutes on the clock. Speaking of Guiseley, look to give you their current result there. Currently 2-1 up away at Lancaster City. Guiseley were currently sitting 14th in the in the Northern Premier League as it stands, obviously, but that's not really too important at the moment as far as Park Avenue are concerned at this early stage of the season. The important thing is racking up the wins for Park Avenue, and this is back-to-back wins they're closing in on the moment. Will actually be, I believe, 5 wins in 7 home league games for Bradford Park Avenue if they do hold on, if they do win this game, which they are certainly looking like they're going to. It will take a drastic change from here, it's fair to say. A game where the damage was done in the first half as far as Ilkeston Town are concerned. But they have the ball now with Ethan Hill. And that's given away cheaply. In possession, played forward now. And that's towards Cole. That's a really strong challenge from the skipper there. Fenton, but he got it right. Here's Lancaster. Plays a really good ball out to the left-hand side. What a ball that is. And here is Osadibe can't quite control it, actually. It was actually Longbottom who played it into Osadibe. And the ball's well controlled up there now. And here is the number 10, Hallam. Hallam with a good ball to the left-hand side. And the ball's played in from Wilder. That's going to deflect out for a throw-in to Ilkeston Town. Around about 10 minutes to go. And then Ilkeston Town, and the sun is now shining in Bradford as contrast to the rain that was going on half an hour before the game. Hallam can get a shot away. Good effort. Oh, it was a good effort from Hallam. He spun well, got the shot away, trying to get it into that far corner. In the end, Sykes Kenworthy may have had it covered anyway, and he watched it all the way. Sykes Kenworthy, the ball went wide of the goal, And it still remains 4-1 to Park Avenue. That would have been some goal, that, from Hallam. He admittedly has been the bright spark in this Ilkeston Town teams, in my opinion, today. He's had the ball, just done stuff with it whenever he's had it. What a good talent Hallam does. In the end, his shot on the turn, always creeping wide of that far post, but worth a go, especially at this point of the game. Ball's headed away. Now, Sykes Kenworthy's goal kick. That was headed away by Fenton. And the ball now is going to be in possession of the number 17, which is Jordan Preston for Park Avenue, I believe. Jordan Preston. Preston coming onto the field. And here is in possession now with the number 15, Gianluca Havern, who gets the ball back from Longbottom. Longbottom really dropped into a deep role here, Longbottom, I must say. The centre midfield role near him enough. He might have his eyes on completing a hat-trick. He has got 2 goals in the game. Arat Thomas has it now. Barrows gives it back to Arat Thomas right in the centre of the park. Here is Wilder. And Wilder gives the ball to his skipper, Fenton. Fenton over the top. Good-looking ball towards Howe. Can he get there? Howe is offside anyway. Nearly can take it under control. But in the end, he couldn't take it down. And the ball easily runs through to George Sykes Kenworthy. And now Park Avenue in possession with Whiting. And here is Osadibe. Osadibe can find his man. And the ball man on the right-hand side is Dunstan. Dunstan Fenton plays that forward off his loose pass, though. And here's Doherty. Doherty plays one over the top. Osadibe has come back from an offside position, so he could not get that one. Real change from formation from Park Avenue, at least, since it's fair to say, since the changes have been made in the game. Around about 10 minutes to go. There's a lot of added time in the first half, which actually Park Avenue got a goal in that first half added time, in fairness to them, so they would not have been complaining. Park Avenue now are going to take a goal kick with Sykes Kenworthy. 82 minutes played at the Horsefall Stadium. Bradford Park Avenue 4, Ilkeston Town 1. What a performance it's been from Mark Bauer's side. It's going to be Sykes Kenworthy take a goal kick here, as he was going to take it short, but he asks his defenders to push up. Sykes Kenworthy plays it forward, and that will be headed away from the number 3 for Ilkeston Town, Henry Wilder. And it's actually, Howe's trying to get on the end of that. The ball wasn't controlled by Havern. Howe into the penalty area. Howe with his left foot gets the cross in. Always going over the cross or shot. I'm not sure what it was. It's actually gone out for a throw-in in the end. So I think it was more of a cross in the end from Howe. It was actually a loose touch from Havern. Allowed Howe to get there, take it beyond him. Got the cross in from a deep position, but always going high wide and over. Oh, that wasn't even high and wide. It was actually stayed in play and went out for a throw-in. 7 minutes of normal time to play here at the Horsefall Stadium. Bradford Park Avenue 4, Ilkeston Town 1. What a performance it has been from Mark Bauer's side. And that's going to be cleared away from Gianluca Havern. Ball in possession of Fenton inside his own half. He then takes it into the Park Avenue half and finds Wilder. Wilder back to Fenton. And Fenton can find Cox. I think this can be described as a bad day at the office, it's fair to say, for Ilkeston Town. They've had a brilliant start to the season, but back-to-back defeats for them now. Something they've got to respond from. Arat Thomas. Arat Thomas finds the left-back, Wilder. And the ball's then controlled by Hallam. He's given it away, though. Good control by Jordan Preston. And then Doherty can go back to Sykes Kenworthy. Sykes Kenworthy's ball upfield is easily controlled, though. I feel like the game really is petering out now. Both teams maybe knowing the results inevitable, and Ilkeston Town are still trying, to be fair to them. Here's Walker. He keeps the ball in play, but I feel like the game's kind of settled down now into both teams thinking, well, we know that the result's going to be, and maybe we just need to, maybe just see out the next tee out for the next game. Ball's controlled by Hallam, who goes back to Arat Thomas. The ball's then played back from Ethan Hill. And we will give you a score update from Bradford City in a moment. Bradford City actually winning 1-0, still 89th minute from Jamie Walker as the ball goes out of play harmlessly for a goal kick. in the favour of Park Avenue. And Sykes Kenworthy is going to take this goal kick. 4-1 up, Park Avenue. It's going to be Sykes Kenworthy to take the goal kick now. In his own 6-yard box. Park Avenue happy to see the game out at this point, you'd imagine. Fulham actually equalised against Arsenal at the Emirates now. They've actually down to 10 men as well. They scored the goal while having 10 men. A goal from Paulinia. Still 5 minutes to go in this one, though. The game is petering out. There's no doubt about that. But there's still a chance maybe of getting a goal. Here is in possession now. It's going to be the number 12 who's in possession, Mitchell Wokes. Wokes finds Walker. Walker to Hallam. Ball on the right-hand side. And it's a chance maybe, is it? It's all in the end. It's given away. Park Avenue win it back. Ball played forward, but no one chasing that for Park Avenue. And Yates can just simply watch it go to the edge of the penalty area. Will there be another goal in this game? I don't think it's going to matter too much of the results at this point, but maybe another goal. Maybe Park Avenue's top off a fine day. Here's Howe. Howe goes to Barrows on the overlap. Barrows on the left-hand side for the time being. And the flag's actually gone up as it eventually it has. It's going to be a free kick in the favour of Park Avenue. Bradford Park Avenue, of course. Face Guiseley on Bank Holiday Monday, a 3 o'clock kickoff. We'll be giving you live commentary from that game. That promises to be a very exciting one, to be fair. Obviously, Bradford Park Avenue up against the local rivals of Guiseley. Park Avenue back in form now after a slow start to the Northern Premier League season. Well on track for back-to-back wins. A 2-0 win of Morpeth, of course, on Monday evening. And now a 4-1 lead at the Horsforth Stadium here against Ilkeston Town. Ball played over the top now. It's going to be well controlled, actually, by Walker. Can he get there? He can get the ball back, Walker. Jamie Walker, maybe worth a go. He goes to pass it instead and gives it away. Gets it back, though. And the ball now is with Declan Arat-Thomas. Can he take it forward? He can. Arat-Thomas goes on. And in the end, he's won his side of free kick in a quite dangerous position, actually. He did well, Arat-Thomas, to make it as far as he did. And then he wins his side of free kick. Can Ilkeston pull a goal back in this game? Hallam looks like his favourite to take the free kick. And Bradford Park Avenue. Bit more defending to do. It's going to be Jordan Hallam to take it maybe, or even possibly Barrows. A few players are over this actually. Walker maybe fancy it as well. They've certainly got options here, Ilkeston. It is going to be taken. It's going to be struck well. It's deflected, and it was actually taken by the number 6. My apologies. Kieran Fenton, who is known as a bit of a free kick specialist. That's the first one, though. We've seen him take all afternoon, and we're pretty much at the end of the game. Is there maybe a chance to put a cross into the box here for Ilkeston? It's going to be, I believe, a corner. It is a corner. It is going to be taken. It's a good delivery. It's headed away, though, from Park Avenue. And Barrows might get a shot away. It does, and that's blocked a second time by Park Avenue. And then it falls to Ethan Hill. The ball comes in again, and that's going to be headed away. And now Park Avenue might get the ball with Preston, but no, he's beaten to it by Wokes. And here is Hallam. Hallam going to get a shot away, maybe. He goes on. He's giving the ball back. Hallam's in. Good save by Sykes Kenworthy, and it goes wide for a corner. Sykes Kenworthy did well there. Nice 1-2 between Hallam and Howe. Into the penalty area he went. He gets the shot away. Sykes Kenworthy came out, made himself look big, and made the save, blocking it out for a corner. He has been their bright spark, in my opinion, though, Hallam. I think he's had a very, very good game. And he's another one. Plays the ball in into the back post, and that's going to be a goal kick this time. The last touch was off an Ilkeston Town head, and that will be a goal kick for Park Avenue. So just to give you a bit of what's actually happened in this game, a bit of a rundown. It is Bradford Park Avenue 4, Ilkeston Town 1. George Sykes Kenworthy has felt the effects of a knock at the moment. Opening goal of the game was scored by the left-back Mason O'Malley. A brilliant strike from the edge of the penalty area, which went in off the post. And then an equaliser from Ilkeston Town 10 minutes later was scored by the top scorer in the league, Jamie Walker. Bit of a controversial goal. Sykes Kenworthy will feel he had the ball in his possession. He dropped it right into the path of... He dropped it right into the path, actually, of Jamie Walker, who made it 1-1. Second goal of the game was then scored by Longbottom, who turned in a Harrison Hopper cross. And then the third goal, right on off-time, was actually scored by Jamie Spencer. And then the fourth goal was scored of the game by Will Longbottom. A second goal of the game for him. Osadibe's in possession now, high up the pitch for Park Avenue. What a performance this has been for them. Here's Longbottom. A brace for him on the afternoon. 3 goals this season now for Longbottom. And there's actually a man down here, so they're going to put the ball out of play. Not sure who the man down is. The 90 minutes are pretty much up in this game now. Well, if 90 minutes are up in this game, the board has not yet gone up. There's going to be a change, maybe. I'm not sure that the video is coming onto the field for Ilkeston Town. Not sure which player's down. It gives Mark Bauer a chance to talk to his players. We'll see what anything's going on in the Premier League here as well. Sounds a very entertaining game at the Emirates Stadium. Still 2-2 between Arsenal and Fulham. Fulham, despite being reduced to 10 men, scored a very shock equaliser in that game with João Paulinho. Manchester United lead Nottingham Forest 3-2 as well. Brentford 1-1 is a full-time result. And Wolves lead Everton by a goal to nil as well. It's Kalizic with the goal in that game. What a result that could be for Wolves. And as for Bradford City, I'll give you confirmation of their results. Bradford City 1, Crewe Alexandra 0. Been a good day for the Bradford clubs. Park Avenue leading 4-1 at home to Ilkeston. The full-time whistle is closing in this game as well. What a result this would be, as mentioned, for Bradford Park Avenue. 4-1 win against Ilkeston Town as it stands. The damage was done in the first half, it's fair to say. The scoreline was 3-1 at half-time as the throw-in is taken by Wilder. And then Fenton can just play it back to Sites Kenworthy. And now it's going to be Sites Kenworthy just juggles the ball. And surely the full-time whistle is pretty much inevitable here. Sites Kenworthy kicks it forward. How much time will the referee add on? I don't know. But surely there's not going to be much in this second half. As the ball is now in possession. It's going to be played away, is it? It's in possession now of Fenton. And Fenton goes out to Wilder. Wilder goes back to Fenton again. You have your excellent time. You just want to recover from this as soon as possible, it's fair to say. The ball now, it's given away the ball cheaply. Osadibe can get there. It was Hill who miscontrolled it. Osadibe plays it out to the left-hand side. Is that a foul? It is a foul on Osadibe. I thought the full-time whistle might be going there. This ball was played out to the left-hand side to Preston, but the referee had already blown his whistle. And it's going to be Longbottom to take it. Longbottom actually in possession now. And he goes out to the right-hand side to Lucas Adunston. Adunston. The ball goes back. It's going to be played back to his own goalkeeper by Gianluca Hervern. He boots it forward and it's going to be controlled, is it? It's just going to be comfortably in possession of the skipper, Kieran Fenton, who then plays a ball forward. And that's going to be headed away by Gianluca Hervern. The sun is out now, so the sun was in the eyes of Doherty there, who couldn't take the ball under control. Here is Walker. It was in the end. You saw what he was trying to do there, Hal. I'm trying to find how. I'm surprised Hal's completed the full 90 minutes, considering he has only just obviously arrived yesterday at Ilkeston Town as a player. However, if you want to get up to match fitness, the best way is to play matches, and he's been given the full 90, been fairly ineffective in the game, Hal. The ball's going to be flicked on there up towards the man I just mentioned, Hal, who heads it down to Hallam. Hallam goes through now to Walker. Can he do anything with it? Walker plays a good ball in, but that will be defended and cleared away from Whiting. Bradford Park Avenue 4, Ilkeston Town 1. What a performance it's been from Mark Bauer's side. The ball's in possession now of Arat Thomas. And the ball's with Wilder. Wilder plays a good 1-2. Wilder crosses it in. Will it be headed away? It will be cleared away in the end. And it's going to be in possession of the number 4, Arat Thomas. And Arat Thomas plays it now, given away. And it's going to be controlled by Preston. Can Preston keep the ball? He can. It's good footwork there by Preston, actually. He goes to play it forward, and is he giving it away? No, the referee says no foul. I mean, Preston can't believe it. As Arat Thomas finds Walker, and Walker goes forward. He still goes on. Walker is giving it away, though, and he's committed a foul as well. A definite foul there, to be honest, on Lucas Adunston. Walker lost the ball, frustrated with himself, brings his man down and commits the foul. And they're surely nearly there now. They are surely nearly there, Bradford, Park Avenue. Obviously, they all win this game very comfortably, don't get me wrong, but what a result this is for them. 4-1 against Ilkeston Town, a team who've been high-flying this season. And Sites Kenworthy is going to take a free kick around about 20 yards from his own goal. Surely the full-time whistle is coming soon. Ball's played forward. It's going to be offside, flag go up. And there is the full-time whistle here at the Horsefall Stadium in the Northern Premier League. What a result for Bradford Park Avenue. It was Mason O'Malley who got the ball rolling in the game, and to make it 1-0 early on, he was invited to shoot from the Ilkeston Town defence. He did shoot, his low-driven shot going in off the post to make it 1-0. Equaliser was scored 10 minutes later by the top scorer in this division, Jamie Walker. The cross was fumbled by Sites Kenworthy. He might have had a little bit of pressure on him anyway. The goalkeeper might have really not been a goalkeeping error. It might have been a foul which wasn't seen from the referee. Walker scored to capitalise on that. And then shortly after that, Bradford Park Avenue were back in front. The goal scored by Will Longbottom, a crossing by Harrison Hopper, and he converted to make it 2-1. Third goal of the game was scored by Jamie Spencer right on the stroke of half-time. A really good finish from him. And at the start of the second half, Will Longbottom got his second of the game and his third of the season. Originally, Will Lancaster's shot was saved onto the crossbar, but then it was headed in by Longbottom for 4-1. There was no further goals after that. What a performance from Bradford Park Avenue. Back-to-back wins for them now in the Northern Premier League. Final score here at the Horsefall Stadium. Bradford Park Avenue 4, Ilkeston Town 1. Well, there you go.